Hello there, this is Mr. Daniels, and hopefully you've already watched the Install and Use Screencastify button or video that we have posted in our MCSD Online Teacher Help Center. And you've already gotten Screencastify, of course. Just to let you know, I've added on a couple little things here today. For some folks, their extension wasn't showing up in this area on their Google Chrome extensions. So if it's not showing up there, I actually have a little tutorial here on how to make it show up there. We will have another big old blue button right here that actually will contain this video and explaining the advanced features of Screencastify. Now, one of the things that you've got to understand, we now have the unlimited version of Screencastify, and we have a full editor and a whole bunch of other cool tools and stuff. So we're not limited by the 10-minute or by the 5-minute time limit that we had before. And we can record as many videos as we want. So that's very good for us. And as well, we also have this editor. Now, hopefully you're saving to your Google Drive over here. And of course, you can rename your training videos as you want. And within your Google Drive, you'll have a folder called Screencastify that all of these videos will go to. You can post them to YouTube, pull them down an Edpuzzle, or whatever it is that you need to do with them. But let's open up the editor because this is new because of the unlimited version. And with our editor right now, we bring up a video, and this is the fake video that I made earlier. And as we go through this video, a couple of things that I really want to show you. As you come down to the video down here, and let me just X out of this. This is what I could actually draw on this right now with the original Screencastify tools. But right now, we're just going to X out of that. You can kind of play around with those. And right here is our video. And you notice when I click into it, it highlights it yellow. Now, as I run my mouse across it at the bottom here, you can see that it will show my screen and what it was that I did. I drew a little red box there where our video is going to be eventually. And I showed a few other things in this video. So we're going to take a look at the tools that we have here. And they're basic tools, but they're pretty handy to have at our fingertips right here. One of the first things that I like to do, because this is the entire video right here, and it doesn't go all the way across the bottom. So I like to expand that just a little bit. And I just use this little tool right here to expand it so that it gets as far across the screen as what I needed. So now let's expand it out just a little bit. I can kind of see what's going on with it. Let's say, just for instance, that I have another clip that I would like to insert. That's where this big blue button with a plus comes in. If I have another clip that I want to bring into here and combine the videos, I can totally do that with that blue button right there. I can watch any piece of the video that I want by hitting play, and it'll let me pause there. And let's go through our tools here. We have a cut tool, which we can cut any piece of the video up as we want. Right now, I'm seeing it as one complete section. But let's say this part in the middle here, as I scroll through, that's a really terrible drawing, and I didn't even really need to explain that. So I go to where I start to draw, and I can click at that point. You'll notice that it's kind of hard to see, but there's a line that shows up there. And then I'm just going to scroll through and make sure, yes, that's where I want to be. So before I start drawing, I'm going to click right there. I'm going to come over to my little scissors here, and I'm going to cut. And you'll notice what happened when I cut it. It actually cuts the video into two separate sections. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to go through my drawing. Like I said, I didn't like that drawing. I want it gone. I want that whole piece gone out of my video. So I'm going to go toward the end over here, and I was showing more tools there. Oh, and it disappears. And that's where I kind of want to get to now. So I'll just click. And once again, I'll hit cut. And now I have this piece of the video, this piece of the video, and this piece of the video. Well, this middle piece here is where I was doing all the drawing, and I want that gone. So once I've cut on either side of it, it now appears as an entirely separate section. And so what I'm going to do is go over to my little trash can here and delete. So now that piece of the video is just gone. It's gone. So if I mess up in the middle of a video and I can give myself kind of a signal, if I can go back and watch it here, I can find the exact point that I mess up, and I can go cut a section out if I want to, and I don't have to start the video over and over and over again. Because doing these, honestly, sometimes you'll get to feeling a little pressure, and so you might get the giggles. You might mess up a word or something. You can go in and cut that out with this tool. So that's kind of neat. Now, some other tools that we have here. We have the highlight tool. Let's see, which is, well, let's go ahead. Our crop, we can select a video clip and we can crop it if we want to. And that just means that we're going to be able to draw a rectangle around here, and we can take out pieces of this clip if we want to. Now with the crop tool, let's say, boom. It will only show that particular part if I want it to. Okay, so if I've got some other stuff going on the screen up here and I don't want anything seen, I can actually narrow down with the crop tool and it will only show this particular piece of the video. For this one though, let's reset that. Let's get it done. Come on now. Undo. Here we go. All right. So, well, that undid my cut. Let's take that back out. So now that brings us to another tool that we have here, which is actually a really cool tool. And if you can see in the video right here, as I go through, I was showing some different buttons and stuff that we can deal with in the highlighting tools. And let's say that that's what I really want you looking at, but I've got all the rest of this stuff on the screen. I can use my little magnifying glass here with the plus in it. And all of a sudden, a little green piece here will appear. Now, with that green piece, I can go kind of anywhere that I want to, except into another clip. So let me get rid of that one. Let me go over here and click. Ha, ha, ha. And with this, and I can make it last as long as I want to. And now within this, it brings up this green box with green arrows in the middle of it. And let's say that I really want to focus the watcher's attention on this particular thing over here, and I want them to see which buttons it was that I was clicking. I drag the box around that, and down here with this little green box, I determine how long I want that to last. And let's say I want it to last until I go to the X right there. Okay, so now when the video gets to this particular part, it will automatically zoom in, and then when it gets to the end, it'll zoom back out to the rest of the screen. That's kind of neat. I also have a text feature here, and if I click that, a red box is going to come up over top of the clip, and I can move the red box anywhere that I want to. And I can drag it out here and make it last as long as I want to. And I can put text. Now, as soon as I clicked the text and this red box came up here, it came up with something that said write something. So let's say new stuff. New stuff on the website. That's what I want to show up. I can highlight that text and I can come over here and I can change color and I can do a whole number of different things here. Let's say though that, down in here, I'm actually showing some action, but up top here, I'm not really doing anything, and that wouldn't be a bad place for the text to show up. I can go to this end button right here, and we've got a little arrow that's pointing up, and I can shoot that all the way to the top. Let's say as well, I want it centered on the page as it shows up in the video. Right there's where I do that. And like I said, I can make it last as long or as little as I want to. I mean, I can really shrink it down here, or I can make it last a really long time. Let's go for about here. And that text will pop up. Anytime that I click into it, I can edit that text. Let's say that I want it bigger. Okay, it's on normal now. I want it large and I want it bold. I really want this thing to stand out. I can change all that at will with the little editor here. So there's just a few of the tools that we can use as we go through here. Now, one of the things that we want to make sure we do is this export button. When we're finished with our video and we're finished clipping and trimming and everything else with it, we have this export feature. And so we're going to export this, and we can export it as an MP4, which is an MPEG-4, straight to our computer. It's a very common video file that's very easy for most video editors to deal with it. So if you have another editor that you want to do some more things with this on, it's not a problem. You just hit export to MPEG-4. Or I like to just export it to my Google Drive because it automatically saves there. And I don't have to worry about my computer crashing or anything else or running out of room. So that's a really good thing, especially for me to go hit. So I'm going to go ahead and save this thing, and it'll say, okay, so since you've done all this editing, let's save this as a new video file. So fake video, edits. I'm going to hit save. And at this point, all of the things that I did down here, my trimming, my clipping, my text that I added in, my little zoom feature here, all of it is now incorporated into the video that it is processing right now and downloading into my Google Drive. Hopefully, this just kind of gets you familiar with some of the features that we now have access to that you can do very, very quickly and very, very easily through the Screencastify editor. So hopefully, that's something that we'll want to take advantage of. Thanks, guys, and hope this was helpful.